Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. How are, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm also doing great. And you just made my day after managing and with you. And after getting this chance, it's just a pleasure, I think, for me. I'm
The
feeling
pleasure is all mine. Actually, I was also looking to connect with you for a long time, but still, because of some unavoidable situations in my family, I couldn't connect. And I was not also making up conversation for so long. So I'm really excited for today's conversation, really looking forward to it. I hope we'll make it to the most.
same feeling here, ma'am. Actually, I was waiting to connect with you for a long time, but somehow it happens today. And
That's great.
I'm really thrilled to have you for the conversation today. So,
That's so sweet of you. So, shall we start with the introduction?
yeah, sure. Hello everyone, my name is Shreya Derry. I'm from Uttar Pradesh, but I have been residing in Nagpur for the past 4 years due to my husband's job. And I'm a BTech graduate in CSC, but now I'm a homemaker, full-time homemaker, I must say. And I don't have any special hobby, but now I'm developing this hobby is to learn these communication skills and improving myself to better to better myself and to groom as well.
That's
So that's
amazing.
what I mean. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you have developed this hobby. It doesn't come to you automatically or naturally. You've developed this.
Actually, ma'am, I learned this during the college, but it has been
Mm-hmm.
long time of my college. So after due to so many years of gapping, I
Mm-hmm.
was just disconnected this language. And during the lockdown, I must say I practiced for 1 to a month, but then I
Mm-hmm.
dropped practice in between. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I watched your video last week of the December 2024, and since then I watched couple of a video, and I got amazed after listening to you, and then actually motivated me again to
Mm-hmm.
restart this journey. And since
Right.
then I thought let's do this again. And
Hmm.
in between, I think in first week of the Feb, Feb I messaged you after watching your video, and
Mm-hmm.
at that time you actually responds in a positive way to connecting with me, but I got so nervous at that time because I didn't do any practice of it. And at
Okay.
all second I was feeling how do I manage a conversation with you. So that's why I gave an excuse at that time, but now and since then I was regretting actually. See, I
Hmm.
didn't do the
But you're so
conversation.
honest. You're so honest. You told me that you gave me an excuse, but it's okay. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling still nervous or are you feeling good?
I no, it's good now. I'm very
Great,
okay.
great. So yes, like you told me that you developed this hobby during Corona, and many people during Corona they have picked up some or the other skills. So that was something good part about Corona. Although many people have bad times also, they have
Yeah,
seen bad times too. Even if I talk about myself during Corona, I have developed this cooking skills. I was not very good at cooking, but that time I was always on YouTube checking out new recipes. I baked some cakes also, homemade cakes, and then on every other birthday I used to bake cake at home only with biscuits and getting that baking soda and everything. So I used to make that, but now I totally forgot how to make cakes. Again, I have to check it on the YouTube and then surely I can make. But these days we don't have much time. Like during Corona, we had a lot of time to
yes.
to gain any new skill or to for cooking or for trying on new things. But these days we are totally again busy in that old life
Yeah.
cycle kind of. So what
Yes,
other
ma'am.
skills have you developed? Like during Corona, you must be very free, like us only, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that? Hmm. So
There was a
what?
lot of time,
How
but
did you used to spend your days then?
during the lockdown,
During
at that
lockdown.
time my kids were very young, actually were around 1 or 3 years old only. So I was totally engaged around them only. So I
Hmm.
don't do anything else except them nursing them and doing some little bit conversation with through the Telegram or Skype audio
Hmm.
is I was doing at that time. But And then when the lockdown have removed, actually after the lockdown, when the lockdown was removed, then I started giving tuitions to small kids so that I could mm, do my daily little bit productive along with the household chores. So somehow
Right, right.
somehow
We all
I
were
have.
waiting so anxiously when this lockdown will, just complete it, and
At
then
that
we
time,
start with our
that
daily
also
routine.
give the time to think, to develop new skills. Many people have developed many skills in
Hmm.
themselves, and they start
Right.
new way of looking, new way to start
Hmm.
their career. Many people have uh, they leave their job in between
Hmm.
during lockdown, but
Right.
they have skills in
Hmm.
something else. So that's
Right.
also
Many
good.
people have left their old
Yeah,
jobs and they develop new perspective towards new things. Like
definitely.
we never have thought of those things, but now people are seeing good future in those kind of skills as well, like content creation and
And
many
blogging,
more
I
skills like that.
started from there only. From that time,
Hmm. I
the
also
blogging
think so.
has started, and many people have made their career in this field.
Hmm. Do you also watch vlogs?
And no, ma'am, I don't watch vlogs. I in the during the lockdown, I used to watch some vlogs, and I tried even,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
I found myself like I'm not built for this. I can't
Hmm.
do. I
It
can't
takes
face
lots of
camera.
patience.
It's also a big deal facing the camera and showing all the things, whatever you're
Hmm.
doing, and so it is not for everyone.
Right. I also started, but after some time, like after some good time, for around 2.5 years, I did that. And later on, I was thinking like I'm sharing too much about my personal life, and it's not good
Yeah,
to show everything on
sometimes
social media.
sometimes when I watch so many bloggers' personal issues on the
Hmm.
platform, that time I felt I did very well. I didn't start.
Hmm.
So when you got into this type of content, so you are
Hmm.
used to of that type of videos, and many people I have seen, so they are earning huge money. There's no doubt, but their
Hmm.
personal life has been ruined inside. So that
Right.
feel me good.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
there,
Definitely, there should be a filter.
yeah, there must be. So,
Yes.
and when I watched your video of
Hmm.
conversation, I watched other person conversation video, but their video didn't motivate me. But when I watched your video at that time, and that's how I messaged, like I want to connect with you, but I didn't get enough courage to connect with you.
Hmm.
But somehow I
That's
managed. Like I
that's
will.
great that somehow you got
Even
motivated
my
from my
heart was
videos.
saying, let let's not do this again. Otherwise, you will get stuck because you are not used to of the camera. Even it is my
Hmm.
actually it is my beginning of the time, beginning of this journey. So
Hmm.
that's why like. But I thought no, this somewhere sometimes I have to start. I have to face this. Otherwise, I will be in that loop only.
Definitely. And that's the good step that you took this first step, you took this first conversation. And next conversation would be even more smoother, and then you'll become comfortable day by day. So you have to
Yes,
face your
and during
fears.
the lockdown, during that time, I have seen so many persons, YouTubers videos that they were not good at all in their at their speaking perspective. But during the time, with the time, they have developed this skills in themselves. And I am seeing now, watching them now their videos. So I got very amazed, like I missed that chance that I didn't
Mm,
at that time. But now I'm feeling very bad for myself. Like I got so. I
that's good.
missed it for
That's
that.
good. It's never too late. You started
Uh,
now, so it's just your first day, first step. You just have to be consistent.
yeah, and for being consistent, that's why I created a new YouTube channel so that I could stay consistent.
Hmm. You feel like
I,
compulsion when you create any channel or when you take classes. You feel it like a push because when you create it, you have to be there. You have to show up every day. So that's a good way. Because
and
when
for
I also
after
created this
having kids,
channel,
when they started going to school, ma'am, so
Mhm.
all the things around with them only. So I
Hmm.
used to think my kids will do why I am doing. I am restarting anything is very tough, and
Right.
and that was also pulling me back. why
Mm-hmm.
do I restart this journey again? And but I saw like my kids are not into this, because up to until I'm not into this language, they are also not going to learn this language so
Hmm.
friendly. So I thought, let this. I'm also aware about this language, so there is not too much effort.
Hmm.
So I thought,
Right.
let's start this, and along with me, they also will learn this language without having any pressure.
Definitely. Naturally, they will learn when they get atmosphere
Yeah,
at home and school also. So they'll learn it naturally. Like even my kid also, he's 5 year old. He started reading, but he's not a pro till now. But he speaks so well because of the atmosphere he's getting,
yeah,
speaking atmosphere he's getting. So it's not important whether your kids can read or write, but they can definitely speak with the kind of atmosphere you give,
yeah.
right? Hmm.
So easily they understood, they learn Hindi. So I thought this language is
Yes.
also important in future. That demand is also going to be high. So I thought,
Yes.
not too
These
late.
days, these days I have around 15,000 subscribers. So now I started facing criticism also. Like people used to comment, "Why are you after English language all the time? Angrez chale gaye, tumhe chhod gaye," and all that. I laugh at those comments actually because
I
they
saw
don't
your
know the
content
importance of
have
this
only three
language.
or 4,000 subscribers at that time,
Mhm.
and you were
Yes.
going to celebrate your 5,000 milestone
Right, right, right.
on
Like
your
people
knee.
from Uttarakhand, they are, it's good that you give importance to your language. I also give importance to Gadwali language a lot. This is my language, local language. People say that people from my own area, my own state, they say that you should only be focused on Gadwali language only. You should not know Hindi or English, or you should not promote it. But I totally disagree on that part
Yeah,
because I feel that you definitely give importance to your roots. You should definitely give importance to your roots. You should know Gadwali, but with that, you should know other languages as well, other skills as well. Why to limit
yeah,
yourself to a certain area? But
yeah,
still, I laugh at those comments. I just give them a heart. I just thank them for their feedback, for their one comment that would help me in reaching more people. Just that.
yeah,
So that's very
yeah.
poor of them that they don't know the importance of learning new skills. It's not just about the language.
The craze of learning this language online is high rather than offline. People are not speaking at all in English
Hmm.
anywhere in rural area actually. But that's the
Yes.
reason people are behind this language. When they learn, when they saw someone speaking
Hmm.
fluently, that hit me. That hit to initiate
Yes.
their journey again.
Yes. Because we see that need
And
everywhere.
nowadays,
Everything is in English. So we see
yeah,
that need of learning English.
yes, ma'am.
Anytime
Like
in future, if there would be need of any other language, we'll learn that also.
yes, according to the need, we will upgrade ourselves.
Right. Definitely.
And yes, ma'am. So that's how I am very inspired to you. Like I was thinking to have the conversation. I was I was planning to have the starting conversation with you only. My first
Mm-hmm.
conversation. Somehow I didn't connect to you, so
Mm-hmm.
I had another conversation with another person, and
Okay.
it
So
is
I'm the second one now.
yes, ma'am. You're going. This conversation is
Uh-huh.
my second one. So,
Okay. So how was your
but I'm
first
very happy.
experience?
Yes, ma'am.
How was your first experience?
At that time, ma'am, I was very nervous. Actually, I was facing the first time camera, and I'm going to have the conversation in English totally. It was also the
Mhm.
first time. So, but I had connected to the person. That person also was very beginner. So I was
Okay.
having that confidence. Let's have the conversation. So,
Hmm.
but with you, it was very difficult.
But still, because it's your
I
first
have saw
conversation.
I have seen your videos, like you make the
Mhm.
person feel comfortable in your video. So that's also motivated me.
I have been through similar experiences actually. I was also once nervous talking to fluent speakers, but then I kept on, talking to these kind of
Yes, ma'am.
fluent speakers, so I became good, comfortable.
In one of your videos, I heard that you were saying in that video, like you had practiced for 4 months for
Hmm.
taking your fluent. So I thought, if after having this much knowledge, you are making yourself fluent, you are giving effort to this language. So I'm the beginner. I've never have spoken to as much as I need. So I need to do more effort to learn this language. And there was one myth in my mind that I used to forget the things after learning sometimes. So I used to think people not do not forget. Only I forget. But in your video, you said that it happens, and I also learn something and I forget. I learn the
Hmm.
thing and again forget, and it happens. And when you do not speak to anybody for 3 4 days, you start fumbling and feeling hesitate. So that's also, that doubt also has cleared from your videos only. So because it
Hmm.
happens to everybody, and then I
Yes.
started listening conversation very carefully, like other person what their experience about this speaking skills. So they used to say, 2 3 youtubers I watched their video, they used to say the same thing, like if they do not do the conversation on daily basis, they start feeling fumbling.
Hmm.
But
Right. Right.
happening to me, it's a natural process. Now I have to face this. There is no another way to get rid of this fear.
Definitely. When you come to know about the reality, you feel comfortable, you feel confident that it's so natural, it
Yeah.
happens with everybody, right? Otherwise, you'll always be in that loop, in that self doubt. Why only I am forgetting things? Why only I am forgetting all the vocabulary and expression, whatever you have been learning? So, when
Yeah.
you come to know it's okay, right? You keep on forgetting, just keep on learning also. You'll always
Yeah.
have something in your bucket to say.
And during the college, there was one myth in my mind that the students who have done their schooling in English medium, their English must be high, their English must be good,
Hmm.
and the student who have not gone to English medium schools, their English not going to be well. So, but after having the YouTube, I have to have cleared all the doubts.
Right, right. I've also
There are a
seen
lot of
that.
YouTubers who are studied in their state language, their mother tongue language, like, but their speaking skills are better than other students who have done their schooling in English
Hmm.
medium.
Right. I've also met many YouTubers like that who studied from Hindi medium or vernacular medium, but now they are so fluent. So I also had this kind of perception that only those students who have been studying in English medium schools, they can only have good skills, but they
Hmm.
have busted all the myths. Hindi medium
Yes.
students, they have busted it.
And now I give tuition, so lots of students of mine are most of the students are to the English medium student school, but they are not good at speaking because they do not
Hmm.
speak at all in school, and their teacher also do not instruct them in English. They used to speak
Right.
their own language. So that's how also the doubt has been totally cleared. Like
Hmm.
everything is just a myth. There is nothing in reality. It's up to the person. The person who
Hmm.
is giving the effort, that person will learn this language. It's not a very
Definitely.
tough thing. It's not a big deal. Anybody can learn after giving the efforts.
Very nice. That's so good. So, what other things you do apart from speaking practice?
Actually, like in the evening time, I used to give tuition to up to 6th 7th 8th grade students.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I used to give
Okay.
it tuitions.
But like I'm asking about English, to learn English, to get better at it, what other things you do apart from speaking
For
practice?
English purpose. Okay.
Hmm.
So for practicing English, I'm doing nothing. I used to watch some conversation video, and before a month, I must say, before 20 days, it has been. I am practicing a little bit, speaking loudly, any sentences, any conversation
Mm-hmm.
videos. I used to speak that loudly. So that's how I'm doing. And you start thinking in English, like I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I start thinking like how to say this in English. Sometimes it happens with me, like I do not able to form the sentence
Mm-hmm.
correctly. So I
Right.
used and recently I got to know about Chat GPT, and
Hmm.
it is a fabulous one. I got it's a very helpful for me, and whenever I stuck in formation of the sentence, I used to put my query over there and got the answer. And there is not and with my kids, I used to practice also. I used to say them how to say this, and I used to teach them actually. So with
Mm-hmm.
them, I used to practice.
Hmm. Teaching is the
That's
best way. Sharing whatever you've been learning, just share it with your kids also. So you'll be able to retain it in your memory for a good time.
Yeah. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. And
And
that
are you
helps.
into reading as well?
Oh, ma'am, I'm not into reading because I don't like and don't have time actually to manage this
Uh-huh.
skill.
But still, I
So
feel you
when
should
I teach
read
the kids
some.
during the
Mhm. I said, still, I feel that you should read some kind of magazines. Like, I personally like these family related stories. So, Sudha Murthy ma'am has such kind of books like The Mother I Knew and 1000 Stitches, these kind of books. So, it all has family related stories, family characters are there. So, I really like those kind of books. So, if you want, you can also try Sudha Murthy's book.
okay, ma'am, I must try. I will
Mm, you will get
give it a try.
interest in reading.
Yes, thank you for suggesting me this one. I will try. Sometimes I used to read some post regarding Bollywood when it
So
appears
whatever
in
you're
the.
interested in, read some articles.
Yeah, I read sometimes.
Hmm. It depends on your
But
interest
during the
completely.
tuitions, I used to read aloud for the kids whom I
Hmm.
teach. So that
But
also helped.
that is a little monotonous
Yeah,
because that's a textbook language.
that's true.
That's why, But do something
Yeah.
that you are really interested in, like for yourself, or you'll get it better. You'll learn it better when you are reading something interesting, when you're watching something interesting. So you gain that knowledge really quickly,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, any questions for me?
No, ma'am. I know about you
Okay,
because
that's
I am
great.
watching from the very beginning. So
Very nice. It was really nice talking to you. I feel that we should wrap up this call here only and
yeah.
let's meet some other day with some topic.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
for giving me this chance to connecting
thanks to you
with
too.
you. Thank you.
Thanks
Good
to you
night.
too.
Have a
Good night. Bye.